So today we're looking at the psychology of consumers' behavior, and we'll be looking at some elements or some key things that we can use to decode consumers' buying behavior. And that will be done by breaking down the law of the customer. The law of the customer. The other session, we're handling the law of customer satisfaction. That's different from the law of the customer. The law of the customer focuses on the thinking pattern of the customer. Like I was saying, it's the same like a job, somebody going to look for a job, an interviewee. At that particular point, the way the interviewer is asking you questions, that is their own psychology. It is your responsibility as a professional looking for a job to understand the psychology of the interviewer. If you're selling anything, or if you're an employee under a boss, you need to understand your boss's psychology. It is important. It is your responsibility to decode their patterns of looking at things and their reasons for paying you or for buying whatever that you sell. You will not survive in business in a long time, or for a very long time, if you don't consistently decode the patterns of people who are consuming the value that you are creating. This is very critical. The customer always acts to satisfy his or her interest by seeking the very most and best at the lowest possible price. Hear that again. This is the first element when it comes to decoding the consumer's buying patterns. The customer or the consumer always they act to satisfy his or her interest by seeking the most and the best at the lowest possible price. It is the same for institutions. When they want to recruit, see, let me tell you, no company loves to spend money on an employee that is not good. That's a fact. Therefore, every employer desires to get an employee, to seek an employee who can do the very best of the job at a very effective price and maybe at a cheaper salary. Now, this cheaper salary is relative. This cheap salary can be 500,000 francs. It can be 700,000 francs. It can be 50,000 francs. It can be 80,000 francs. It all depends on the particular circumstance. But it is your responsibility to understand that as an entrepreneur or as a professional, the customer always acts to his or her interest first. And this interest is to get the very best at the lowest price possible. So as an entrepreneur, as a business person, whatever you're selling, whatever product or service you are designing, you need to know that this is how consumers, this is how customers are looking at whatever that you're doing. They're like, oh, this is the product this business is bringing to the market. Can I get this product at the very best quality and at a very easy price? That is the self-interest that they have in mind, that they have in their mind. So you need to understand that consumers practice economic calculation in their choices. Yes. They calculate economic calculation in their choices. They seek to maximize their purchases and minimize their cost. That is always what consumers think about. How can I buy more? How can I get more in quantity? How can I get more in quality? And at the same time, at a cheaper cost. That is why mostly all consumers like buy one, take two, right? They are able to get more at a cheaper cost, at a minimal cost. You know, something happened a few days ago. Somebody wanted to buy my courses. A young man wanted to buy my courses. And he asked a very funny question, but it increased my knowledge of consumer psychology. So he asked a question that, so sir, you mean that after buying the course, I still need to buy data to follow the course? So his mindset was, when he buys the course, he doesn't need to go through any cost again to study the course. It's the same like somebody will get this course letter, or you're in PPA right now, you're like, okay, since you have paid the PPA fee to be here, you are not, so according to your normal thinking as a consumer, you are not supposed to buy data again to actually go through PPA program, right? Now, that was a serious question he asked. That's a consumer psychology. So it was like, so you mean I will still buy data to go through these courses after when I sent him the links of the course, and he was damn serious about that question. So I still need to buy data to go through the courses. I said yes, right? So and he said, I thought that I would not need to, it won't need to cost me anything to go through the course, anything extra, right? Yes, and you need to understand this. That is why a good business that will go places, keep seeking ways that in a profitable manner, not that carefully, in a profitable manner, they are able to provide the best quality and quantity to their consumers at a very minimal price. That kind of business always stay in business for a very long time. Always have that in mind. Anytime you're going to the market, anytime you're launching the product, you need to have that in mind. How can I maximize consumers' ability to buy more from me at a very minimal cost? That's why if you are doing delivery, if you sell something and you say free delivery, consumers like it because you're giving them what they bought at a minimal cost. They're not paying an extra charge for delivery. That's why when somebody buys something from you and you give a bonus, they're excited about it. That is the psychology. Like I always tell you, when you buy a course from me, I try to give you an extra gift. They get to love it. Some people celebrate the gift even more than what they bought. Because every consumer has that mentality. They have that thinking pattern. How can I get more for less? And it is your job as a business person. You cannot ignore this thinking pattern of consumers and expect to thrive in business. That is why Facebook created, how do they call that, their stuff again? Uh, Data mode and text only mode, right? Where you can use Facebook. If you don't have data, you can use Facebook. You can chat on Messenger, you don't have data. They did that for Africa, right? Yes, looking for ways that they can give more value to consumers at a minimal cost. And it's good that as a business person, you need to understand this pattern. So consumers will always attempt to get the things they want the fastest and the easiest ways possible at the lowest price possible. That's the next part you need to understand. If you're selling anything, if you are designing any product or service, you need to make sure that your operations guarantee that the target market will be able to get the things that you have designed, get the product you have designed in a very fast way, in a very easy way, and at the lowest price possible. Quality delivered at a fast pace, in an effortless manner, and in a very low price, but still in a profitable manner for the company. Now, this is where the real business takes place. Real business is not in production. Real business is not in marketing. Real business, all of these actions are very important. But if all of these actions cannot bring you to this point, bring you to the point whereby you can be able to satisfy customers at the fast pace, in an easiest way or in an effortless way, at the lowest price possible, at a profitable manner, then all the actions that you have been taking, they are not relevant. You will have minimal sales, and a competitor will come kick you out of the market if they're able to do this. Let me tell you how competitors keep people in. Any competitor who enters the market and is able, has discovered the model, has discovered the process that they can satisfy customers' need and buying process by enabling them to get things faster, easier, effortlessly, and at the lowest price possible, and at a profitable manner for the company, that customer will always win the market. And when they do that, any other player in that industry that is not able to discover the model that they can deliver excellent value to customers in a fast-paced environment, in an easy way, effortlessly, at the lowest price, and in a profitable manner, they are going to struggle to remain in the market. They may start dying out gradually. That's why new companies now quickly kick out old companies. That is why mobile money kicked out some money transfer companies. That's what happened. Mobile money, you are able to send money at the fastest possible rate. You are able to send money easily from the comfort of your home. You don't need to go to any office to send money. And the pricing, and that is why you look at mobile money tax came, there was some rioting, there was some argument, because now the cost of doing this was increasing. People are not happy about it. That is why there are some online banks that are kicking out some traditional banks. That is why e-commerce stores who operate efficiently are a threat to traditional stores. That is why online schools are threatening traditional universities. You see the point? Because these other new ways of doing things, they are able to get things done faster, easier, effortlessly, at a cheaper price. And that makes people to like them more. That's why it's possible to see an online master's program that is almost half the price than the standard master's program. The school offering that online, they don't need they don't need to have buildings. They don't need to pay teachers consistently. They ask their lecturers to record courses and they replay to many students several times in a year. And maybe after 2 years, the lecturers just update the course and make it look better. So the cost of operating the program is cheaper. And since it is cheaper, they can sell to the target market at a cheaper price, but still in a profitable manner, and they get to make money. So you need to understand these patterns of thinking that customers have, and you make sure that whatever you design for them, it is more. And this thing of customers desiring things fast, easier, effortlessly at a cheaper price is not a problem. No, it is merely the fact of human existence. It is merely the psychology of people buying. Customers want the very most for the very least. Always remember that in business. They will buy from whoever they feel can best give it to them. If you're an entrepreneur, write this down. Consumers and customers will always buy from whoever they feel can best give it to them the very best quality at the very least price. That is why there are some of you that you have things that you're selling, but even your family members go and buy from other people and not buy from you. This could be one of the reasons. They like to get the very best at the very least price that they desire. And this least price for the various consumers is relative. It's relative. It's the same like in coaching and consulting. There are some consumers, whether they come to me when I give them prices, say I'm too expensive. or they say the price is it's beyond their budget. But they want the best, but they think that they cannot, and they go get another coach or another expert who's going to give them the price that they think is very least and good for them, and according to the value that they think they're going to appreciate. Same as there are others who still pay the price and acknowledge and celebrate the value that they got without complaining that it was expensive or it was beyond their income. But in all that you do, make sure that the target market you have chosen, you need to make sure that the target market you have chosen, you have discovered a model that you can serve them with the very best quality at a very, very affordable price. Customers want the very most and the very best quality for the very least price or minimal cost. And they will only buy from whoever they feel can best give it to them, the very best quality at the very least price. That is one of their things. That's how they look at things. So sometimes they don't leave you and buy from other competitors, not because they hate you or for any reason. No, this is what they are looking at. How can I have more for less? That is their pattern. Therefore, for you to survive as a professional, for you to thrive in business as a startup entrepreneur, you must deal daily with completely self-centered, capricious, impatient customers who want what they want, when and how they want it, and who will go elsewhere at a moment they desire, at any moment they want. Always have that in mind. You will only thrive in business. For you to survive in business, for you to thrive in business, you must learn how to deal on a daily basis. And you must understand that customers are self-centered. They don't buy to please you. Someone will say that, let me buy and encourage you. No. Behind that sentence, they're buying for their sake. You must learn that every day, everybody that is buying from you is self-centered, and which is okay. Which is okay. But you must be conscious of that. When you are designing a product, you must be conscious that you are designing the product and the service for self-centered people. Even your boss is self-centered. They are only about the mission of the company. They are about the future of the company. And that is why, as a professional working in that business, you must ensure that the actions that you take and the activities that you take is about that company. Then you're going to stand out in their face. You will be noticed as a valuable employee because you have taken the self-centeredness of the business as your business. You have taken the self-centeredness of the founder as your business. Automatically, you get to stand out before your boss and your employers. So to survive in business, you must learn how to deal with the self-centeredness of your patients, the capriciousness of your clients. And you must know that your customers or consumers are always impatient. And they want what they want. They, in their mind, already know what they want. And if you're trying to convince them, make sure that whatever you're telling them is to improve the experience of getting what they want. If you're trying to change their mind, they will not listen. Like, for example, I used to, when a lady is trying to buy a dress, when they have a particular color in their mind or a particular shoe in their mind, until they see that shoe. You know, I have only sisters. So I've gone to the market when I used to be like elder sister and my aunts, my younger aunts. Yeah, mostly when I've got to go to the market with them, when they want to buy something, if they don't see what they're looking for, they will prefer to keep the money and come back to the market the next week market day, like in Kumbo. So we have market day once a week. There's a daily market, there's a big market day, right? So They will prefer to keep the money and come back to the market next market day and look for that same color, for that same dress, for that same design until they get it. Consumers will always want what they want. And if you want to convince them, make sure that whatever you're telling them is to improve the experience that they desire to get from you. And they want it when they want it. Yes, that's why if somebody comes to buy from you today and you don't have what they want and they need it today, they will leave and go get it from the competitor who can give them today and at what they want. And they also like to get it how they want it. Yes. If a customer wants to come and deliver and you cannot come and deliver, they leave you and get it from somebody else. For example, somebody like me, I don't like going to the market. I prefer to use my phone and order and they come and show me the office and I pay in the office. Or I prefer to look at it online, look at it, agree, I pay, and I just come and pick it, or the delivery agent come and give me the office. That's how I want it. If in the market, count me out. Now I was telling someone the other day, I don't know where Machine Kululu is. I don't know where Machine Central. I've never been there. Maybe I've passed around the area, but as she said, I have no idea where those markets are because I don't like the market. I am the shopping mall kind of person or e-commerce kind of person. And that's how I want to. So I want to deal with you and you cannot deliver it to me how I want. I will leave you and I go get it from somebody who can deliver it the way I want it. If you have a shop just in the general market, I will never go there. But if you have a branch shop in Douala Mall or in Carrefour Market or in Santa Lucia, I may likely go there because I feel comfortable buying from those kind of areas. And that is why in business, you need to find different outlets, different ways that you can be able to satisfy customers how they want it. So if you run a shop physically, okay, it's good to have an online shop because there are some people who want to check it online on your online store, look at the prices, then choose what they want, and then you come and deliver in their house or deliver in their office. And they want it that way, and they're okay. But there are some people that they are okay to hitting the streets. They have no problem hitting the streets under the sun for 4 hours to go buy something. They enjoy doing that. Okay, get a shop for them where they can come and flex and buy. They like doing that. But that is why you have to think in that way. My target markets, how do they want to be served? Then make sure that you have mechanisms in place to serve them in that direction. And if you are not able to give them what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, they will go to somebody who can give it to them exactly how they want it. Let me tell you something. If a customer comes to buy a red stuff from you or a black stuff from you, and they ended up buying white, before they left their house, they already made up their mind. If I don't see this, I will get this. And you may just improve the experience in how you pitch the one that you have and influence them to give them a better buying experience, and they get it from you. Understand this psychology. It is the same like if you're looking for a job or you're working for a business. It is your job to make sure that whatever that you do, the actions that you take, they should be able to be in line with the business mission, objectives, daily goals, and all of that. Get the job done when your supervisor wants it. Get the job done how he or she wants it. And if you want to bring suggestions, make sure that they are doing things more effective. Your suggestions enhances the task to be done quickly, faster, more efficiently, and at a minimal cost. Then your boss will like it and they will celebrate it. Consumers are both demanding and ruthless. Never forget that. Customers are very demanding and ruthless. They reward highly those companies that serve them the best and allow those companies that serve them poorly to fail. That's how ruthless customers are. Like, for example, look at how customers ruthlessly abandoned Express News when mobile money came. Look at how customers ruthlessly abandoned the writing of letters when emails and messaging apps came. When customers want to abandon you, they don't care whether you will die or you die of hunger or you'll be poor. They don't care. They dump you and they're gone. Look at how customers abandon Yahoo Mail and everybody's now on Gmail and all of this. Customers are very ruthless. They don't have sympathy for you. So don't come to the market and sell things from the place of sympathy. Nobody cares. It is the same like a company. When they want to dismiss you for being unproductive or for being a negative influence on the company, they dismiss you. They are ruthless in their sacking. They don't care. It is about the mission, not about your feelings. We need to be conscious about these things. Customers are very demanding and very ruthless. They reward only the companies that serve them the best. Simple. They reward the startups that serve them the best and how they want it. And they allow the businesses, they allow the companies and the startups that do not serve them to die, to fail. They ignore you. They let you be because you are useless to them. That's why Sam Walton, one of the best guys in retail, said, we all have the same boss, the customer. The customer can fire us at any time he wants by deciding to buy somewhere else. Yes, we all in business have the same boss, the customer. The customer can dismiss us. The customers can fire us at any time they want by just making one simple decision. Let me stop buying from you. When they stop buying from you, money stops coming in. When you stop making sales, you stop having revenue. When you don't have revenue, you stop having profits. It is the same like your employer. Your employer can fire you by deciding to get somebody who can do the job better, faster than you. And that is why you've got to upgrade, because your employer is your customer. You've got to upgrade your skills and be relevant. You've got to be productive. There are some employees that are just going to move from one employer to another. When you come to a place, you cannot work well, you cannot be consistent, or you think of let me resign and go get another job. In 2 years, you're like in 4 jobs. You think you're so good, you're so terrible. Companies that have sense don't recruit people that leave job every after 1 year. They don't. They know that you have the spirit of high labor turnover. They'll invest in you for 6 months, work for 6 months and leave. They like people who can stay for 3 years and above. Never forget this. We all have the same boss as entrepreneurs, as business people. We all have the same boss, and that boss is the customer. He can fire us at any time he wants by deciding to buy from somewhere else. Immediately a customer leaves you and buy from the competitor, they have fired you already. You may not have money. Customers care more about themselves and their own satisfaction. Never forget this mentality of customers. They care more about themselves and their own satisfactions than they do about the success or failure of their enterprise. Very few customers, like I said, no customer care about whether you'll be a customer, whether you'll be there for the next 10 years. Anytime they're buying from you, they care about themselves. They care about the satisfaction that they get buying from you. They don't really care about the success or the failure of your enterprise. That's why when you fail, they go buy from somebody else. Those of you who have experienced failed businesses, when you failed in your business, tell me how many customers called you, sympathize with you? Well, we are so sorry that you failed. Oh, it is well. It is well. God will help you. Immediately they come and see the place closed. They look for the next store that is open and they buy from there. Who cares whether you failed or you are still in business? That's their concept. That's what customers think. So you need to make sure that you operate your business, you design your product, you structure your operations with this kind of mentality in mind. Customers care only about themselves and satisfaction. And if whatever you do, whatever you have to sell, your operations are designed to care about the customers and satisfy them, you will always be in business. Wherever you see a business failure, you see a business where the owners or the directors or the executives were unable or unwilling to adjust their offerings, to adjust their products and services to satisfy enough customers at prices that allow them to carry on. Yes. Whenever I see a business struggling, whenever I see a business experiencing reduction in the number of buying customers and general sales, you are going to notice that either that business, they were unable to adjust their offerings to satisfy many customers at the quality and the price they are willing to pay for, or they were totally unwilling to adapt to the changes in customers' buying behavior. And when you do that, they stop buying from you and they move to the business that is willing to adjust and adapt their offerings to fit what they are looking for. Customers silently walk away from a business that cannot adapt and adjust their offerings to fit what they want. And some customers walk away and they also inform their friends about the bad experience they had buying from you. And the customers never come back and their friends never patronize you again. So that's how human beings think. That's how consumers think when they buy from you. Customers always behave rationally in pursuing the path of least resistance to get the things they want. Now, this is so powerful. Customers and consumers always behave rationally in pursuing the path of least resistance to get the things they want. Yes, no customer likes to go through difficulties to buy from you. In other words, no customer likes to, like I was saying, me for example, I like to buy from somebody who makes my life very easy. I order now, you bring it to the office immediately, or you bring it to the house, la la la. I don't want to be stuck in traffic. I don't want to come and stand and be bargaining in your shop. I don't want that kind of nonsense. I want the least resistance. Show me where it is online. Good pictures, real pictures, prices are there. And sometimes I don't even have the energy to bargain, right? Just show me the price. Don't hide the price with me, because before I come into you, I've already done my own research, right? That's why I buy. Like, if I want to buy office furniture, I like to buy Vision Comfort and all these companies that do it. I just go and check. Okay, I make sure I check other price somewhere else. I come, okay, Vision Comfort, you have these tables to sell. Okay, good. This is a price. I order, come and deliver to my office. Simple. No, I don't want to come to your shop. I don't want to be stuck in aqua traffic. I don't want it. I can be doing better things in my office. As simple as that. Simple. Want to get. That's why my designer knows. If you are not coming to the office to measure me, I am not coming to your shop. If you cannot look at me and measure me from the picture, I don't have time to come to your shop. Don't wait. And if you want to bring my address and expect me to come and take it, that's the last time I'm doing a dress with you. Least resistance. And it's your job as a business person to make sure that you help your customers to enjoy whatever you are giving them effortlessly with the least resistance, best quality, and how they want it. This is always the mentality of any human being buying from you. Whether you run a restaurant, you do you're into fashion, you're into agriculture, whatever you're doing. If you find the mechanisms, you find the various mechanisms to make sure that you provide excellent value with the least resistance, when you put the price that you put, they're going to see that the value can overshadow the price. I have no problem paying you 1,000 francs extra to come and deliver in my office. I have no problem. As long as I think the 1,000 francs is cheaper than being stuck in traffic for me, or going through an unnecessary inconvenience up and down, blah, 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 all of that, right? So if you are able to, so you can craft a model that is least resistant and give a good price to it that customers will patronize and enjoy the service that you do. Let me tell you one experience that I had. There's this lady that I saw online promoting blinds, like these window blinds. I wanted to buy blinds in the office. Then I asked her, how much are the blinds? And I need to come and install. And she was doing something very long process. She was like, oh, okay, sir, do you already have the sticks? Do you have somebody who can come and nail the sticks on the wall and just bring the blind and fit it? I just said that, no, don't come again. I'm not buying from you again. I was very serious. I told her, sorry, I am not buying from you again. She kept on WhatsApping me like after 1 week. I said, sorry, I'm not buying from you again. I cannot come to buy a blind. You make my life easy. Sir, okay, you want a blind? Okay, blind, the sticks that you need to hang the blind on it and whatever that you need and the installation, the price is 10,000 francs. Simple. Take away my problems on my head. That's why I'm paying you as a service. Don't start telling me, oh, okay, so the blind is this. Please look for somebody to come and install the stuff and I'll come and fit the blind. I don't have time to look for the person. Stop making my life difficult. Find a way to create value in a least resistant way. People are going to buy from you more because the experience is effortless. The experience is easy. From the point of view of the customer, every action makes perfect sense. All his or her buying behavior is aimed at achieving greater personal satisfaction towards improving her position, towards being better off. Always remember this. Anybody buying from you, if you run a restaurant, somebody come and buy your food, it is because they're going to get personal satisfaction eating that food. They are going to be better off after eating your food, and they will be improved, maybe health-wise, after eating your food. That is their mentality. They're not buying because they're the best cook in town. There are more other reasons that there are many other reasons they're buying from you, and it is your job to identify those reasons and live up to that expectation. So from the point of view, from the thinking pattern of the customer, every action to them makes perfect sense. The action of even asking you, how much do you sell, makes perfect sense. How do you sell it makes perfect, like this experiment with this lady. I was asking her, do you sell blinds? Can you come and install? She was not telling me all the long history. I don't have time for that long history. You sell blinds, can you come and install? Simple. Just tell me every day. I've never told you that, okay, I already have things. I'm going to combine everything that you can do and sell to me. The best value, least resistance, and effortlessly. Because from my point of view, for me to take the action of asking how much, where can I get it, how can I get it, I am intentional about it as a customer. And all my buying behavior at that particular point is aimed at achieving my greater personal satisfaction towards improving my position in life and towards being better off after consuming whatever you have to offer. The customer is very smart. Remember these entrepreneurs, business people, the customer is very smart. Usually knows what is in his or her best interest. Yes, every customer knows what is in his or her best interest. The customer's decision is always rational from the customer's point of view. In other words, the customer is always right from their point of view. The customer is always right from their point of view. Your job is to ensure that you create an experience that can enhance their ability of being right. Then they're going to pay you without thinking twice. The customer is very smart and usually knows what is in his or her best interest. The customer's decision is always rational from the customer's point of view. When you go into business, therefore, or those of you are already in business, you put your entire financial future at the mercy of satisfying your customers every single day. Absolutely. Your financial future is at the mercy of satisfying your customers every single day. Therefore, from the moment you open your doors, from the moment you open your shop, today's Monday, from the moment you open your shop today, the customer determines what you sell, how much of it you will sell, at what price you will sell it, and how much money you will make. All of these questions are answered by your customers. So if your actions are not towards bringing these customers to you, you are already failing in business. But if you have this understanding that from the moment you open your business doors, the customer determines what you will sell because you design the product and the service according to their pain points. If you miss that part, you're already out of business. Number two, how much of it you will sell. The number of customers determine how much of it you will sell. So if your marketing is good, you keep getting leads and more people coming to buy from you, how much of it you will sell will be determined by the number of customers that heard about your marketing. At what price you will sell it. Yes, because in the designing process or during your market research process, you discover the income level of your target market and you decided to put the price at the income level of your target market, and you are sure that they can afford this particular product. So at what price you will sell it is determined by your customers, and how much money you will make is determined by your customers, not you. Your strategies, your marketing action, all of that, you're doing all of that because you want to get customers. So it is your desire to meet and fulfill more customers' needs that gets you more customers. It is only by taking care or catering to the customer's whims and desires that you want to survive and thrive in business. Until you consistently take care of customers' desires, you will not thrive in business. Proper business planning always begins with the customer as the central focus of attention and discussion. If you're planning anything in business, product design, your operations, your distribution, your marketing, all of that, and if the customer and their desires, if these things are not the central focus of your attention and discussion, you are already on the wrong track. There is a dangerous tendency for people within companies to lose touch with the real thoughts, feelings, and needs of their customers. Avoid that. Avoid losing touch when it comes with the thoughts of your customers, the feelings of your customers, and the needs of your customers. Right? Don't talk only to yourself. Listen to your customers. Understand the reality of your customers. Understand about the customer, or would they be thinking that you're focusing only on making money? And how can you make money from people you don't care about? How can you make money from people you don't understand their pain points? How can you make money from people you don't understand their purchasing power? How can you make money from people you don't understand how they think? You don't make money from customers out of guesswork and assumption. Your primary customer is the person who determines how much you are paid and how quickly you are promoted. Your primary customer is the person who determines how much you are paid and how quickly you are promoted. By this definition, unless you are the owner yourself, your primary customer is also your boss. How well you please your boss determines how far and how fast you move ahead. This is now for professionals. And how well you please your customers will determine how far your business will go. If you're a manager and you have people working under you, your staff members are also your customers. How you treat your staff and satisfy them will determine how they also satisfy their customers. If you work in account customer, you have a customer, I have customers. Everyone is in the business of customer satisfaction. Either you're satisfying your boss, or you're satisfying the customers in the business that you work with, or you're an entrepreneur and you're satisfying your own customer. Everyone is in the business of customer satisfaction, and everyone's level of success in business is determined by how well they satisfy their most important customers. The question is, who is your most important customer? Therefore, in conclusion, my charge to you is resolve to do something every day to increase the level of customer satisfaction, because your key customer's joy, your key to your success in business is the level of joy that your customer has when dealing with you and your business. Make sure that in whatever that you sell, in whatever that you design, in whatever that you produce, in all the actions that you take from today, make sure that you are thinking about the psychology of the consumers. Make sure you're thinking about the thinking patterns of the consumers, and whatever you design that fits all of these things that we have discussed, trust me, it will enhance your business success and your career success. These things, the psychology of the consumers or the thinking pattern of the people that buy from you or you deliver value to, is very, very critical, not only in your short-term success, but in your long-term sustainability. If you want to consistently remain in business, you need to ensure that in all thy actions, in all thy product design, from finance to distribution, to marketing, to recruitment, every business action you're taking is in fulfillment of what the customers want, how they want it, where they want it, and at what price they are willing to pay for it. If you miss out on this, you will have a very good business, you have very good ideas, but you're like, why is nobody buying it? It is because you have missed out on some certain patterns, that until you discover those patterns and begin to take actions to meet those patterns and fulfill the gaps in those patterns, you will struggle to sell. And one of those who believe that there's no bad business idea, there's only a bad business model, or the person executing a business idea has inadequate skills and knowledge to make customers think, it will greatly help you to run a sustainable and a long-term business. All right, everybody, that's it for today's level. Thank you so much. Questions and comments, and round up. Cheers.